Now entering the game, Phil and Frank, folks.
So you and Stidham, you don't have a commercial, do you?
No.
That backup thing, that backup series of commercials, you come in
Not
for
a
a
bad
family
idea.
member. I think that's a brilliant series of commercials.
And because I'm the backup, we're going to go for the early points.
Oh, are
We're
you
going to take
sure?
the field goal. Yes.
Huh? We got a coach that's
Yes.
gonna not lose his mind.
We're going to think.
We're gonna have that.
You know, I'm the
Welcome to PTI. Tony apparently has better things to do. So I am joined happily by our great friend from the starting lineup on Sirius XM, Mr. Frank Isola.
Wow. I got cheered twice.
Twice.
That must be Seahawks and Patriots.
Let's begin with the Seahawks beating the Rams in the NFC Championship game 31-27. Sam Darnold threw for 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks for Seattle. The Rams, meanwhile, muffed a punt that led to a score, and in the fourth quarter, with a chance to take the lead, were stopped on 4th down from the Seattle 6. Frank, what did you make of what the Seahawks did and how they did it?
I thought they were terrific. I think Sam Darnold answered a lot of questions. You mentioned the numbers that he put up. I also thought when the Seahawks got the ball back after they stopped the Rams on 4th down, he threw for 3 first downs. So they were aggressive. He was smart, and it didn't kill the clock completely, but essentially ended the game. So I think for Sam Darnold, the guy that was a high draft pick in New York, bounced around in Carolina, did go to the Super Bowl as a backup with San Francisco, had a great year last year with Minnesota. When you have a quarterback like that, why are you letting the guy go? And now he ends up in Seattle.
I agree with that.
And how about the year that he had, the game that he had, and that wide receiver for Seattle, Jackson Smith and Jigba? How good is he? And how about some of the hits that he took?
I mean, you had to pick a receiver to save your own life between him and Puka
Nacua.
Who would you
Incredible.
take? You wouldn't know. They're the 2 greatest things you've ever seen. With all due respect to, Jerry Rice.
They take big hits, they make catches, and so Nacua catches the touchdown. It makes it 31-26. I understand it's late in the third quarter, but the one thing about Sean McVay, what about going for it? Going for a 2-point conversion there. If you miss, you still need a touchdown.
I think there was enough time.
But Mike, if you make it, now you're only down 3. They did reach a point where maybe it was something I'm sure he did consider.
We're gonna get to real second guessing of a coach in the next story. But let's stay on Seattle for a second. I feel pretty good about this because today, the trade deadline, when the dust settled, I thought that Seattle was the best team in the league, and they proved to do that. This had to be on the quarterback. This was a referendum on Sam Darnold, a guy who was just turned loose from multiple places. And last year, it had to be sort of an indignity. He had 2 bad games, but he also led the Vikings to something they couldn't reproduce this year.
Yep.
And he was so humble. And he took the high road yesterday, interview after interview, and asked how he felt about his journey having to take this winding road. And the way he handled himself. But I just thought, I kept waiting. I'm going to be honest about it. I was waiting okay, is he going to go Sam Darnold? Is he going to go New York Jets Sam Darnold? It's almost an unfair question to ask. He answered it anyway. And so Seattle's can we say Seattle's the best team? Seattle's the best team in the NFC.
I think you're right. And, we had the stat on Friday about when the number 1 scoring offense faces the number 1 scoring defense in a conference final Super Bowl, the defense always wins.
That's right.
And it's the same thing when it's the leading passer in the NFL plays the number 1 scoring defense. The defense always wins. And Seattle's defense in the moment of truth came up big, especially on that the second to last series by the Rams. When Stafford, give him credit, he drove them right down the field.
He's got those downs in. You think he's going to put the ball in the end zone on one of those throws? You do not think that he's going to come up empty, that Matt Stafford's going to come up empty. And by the way, going back to Seattle, when Los Angeles answered with a scoring drive, Darnold goes right down the field and Seattle scores as if he'd been doing this all his life.
Yeah. So how about this, too? USC, who's had all those great tailbacks, obviously, over the years. Sam Darnold, the first USC quarterback that's going to start the Super Bowl.
That's a stunning, not believable stat, which I heard an hour or so ago.
I think of all those great players, Marcus Allen, back in the day, Charles White.
But at tailback.
Yep,
And
the tailback.
not all of those guys made Super Bowls either.
No.
The college game was a completely different game.
First
from the
USC
pro game
quarterback.
back then.
They've had so many great players. Never a quarterback start a Super Bowl. Hard to believe.
No, it is. And by the way, this notion is somehow Matthew Stafford, his future's in question. What?
He's coming.
What? He's the MVP.
What a great
Where's he going?
What a great, and so tough.
It's a totally great
That's
player.
why they shouldn't have run the ball on second down late in the game. Over in the AFC, the Patriots are back in the Super Bowl without anyone named Belichick or Brady. Head coach Mike Vrabel, quarterback Drake May, and a tough defense helped the Pats edge the Broncos in the mile-high snow, 10-7. Denver head coach Sean Payton said he regretted his decision to pass on a field goal in the first half that would have put the Broncos up 10-0. So, Michael, what stands out to you about this result?
The snow and Sean Payton. That's it. That's all. I'm not going to go with a backup quarterback. I'm not going to go with Stidham. That's just almost unfair. I mean, we knew he was going to struggle. If you didn't think he was going to struggle against a defense as sophisticated as New England's, even if it was dry out, you're not paying attention. No. It's the weather, and it's Sean Payton. Sean Payton's a great coach. Who wouldn't want to have Sean Payton? He is also as arrogant as a summer day in Alaska is long. Okay? He doesn't have the stones apparently to just say, I am to blame. I didn't kick the field goal. It's my call. I gotta live with the decision. No, like it's a third person. Sorry, dude. And I think about all the times he made Russell Wilson look bad. He went after him, and he's got a bully, got that Parcells bully gene somewhere in him, and then he blew it. You got a backup quarterback who's going to pass in 11 years. You got weather. You know what the conditions are, and you're a damn good coach. But no, your arrogance took you there. That's what took Sean Payton there, and I'm glad he's got to live with this.
Yeah, so we all on the East Coast, most of the country, we spent a couple of days knowing that a snowstorm was coming. So we prepare in advance. Shouldn't the head coach of the Broncos know that a storm might be rolling into Denver?
It's a little different. It's a little different.
You say it's a little bit
Comes
different.
quick.
Mike.
Comes faster in Denver over those mountains in the Rockies.
You have to consider something like that, and the fact that it's a backup quarterback.
Yes.
Up to that point, the Patriots hadn't done anything. I could hear Bill Cowher take the points. You take the points, you go up 10-0. Does it mean you're going to win? Maybe not. But Drake May didn't have a great game passing the ball.
No, he didn't.
You gave the Patriots their opening, and after that, after they didn't convert on fourth down, they had 3 field goals the rest of the game. I'm talking about Denver.
Yeah.
And 54 yards. Their offense didn't do anything. So then the weather comes in.
3 first downs.
3 first downs.
Three first downs.
3 first downs. Then if you look at what happened to the Patriots, Drake May, the biggest plays that he made, Mike, were
his feet.
Exactly.
And his head.
He scored a touchdown, after which would have been a crime if they didn't score, because why are the referees blowing the play dead? Let the play out. That's ridiculous.
Not enough discussion
he scored
about
on that
either.
He converted a 4th and 1. He had the 28-yard scramble, and then how about the bootleg at the end of the game?
And yet, if you kick the field goal, Sean Payton, you've got the points, and you don't give them a short field to score their only touchdown on. So Sean Payton's got to live with this.
He was chasing that field goal the rest of the game.
Of course he was.
Just kick it right there. Go up 10-0 with it. But you know what the problem, too, is in today's NFL, everyone goes for a 4th down, which is fine.
Yeah, because
it's a
everybody's
backup
got some
quarterback.
analytics monkey on speed dial that's telling them what to do instead of sometimes using common sense. The analytics can't take into account whether you've got Stidham, 9th string quarterback, or Joe Montana. The analytics can't tell you that.
And Stidham, he hung in there, but the turnover in that first half was a killer.
I don't want to blame him.
That. But he can't do that. Mike, just take the sack.
There's one person to blame, and we've done it. At least I have. So, in 2 weeks, we'll have the Seahawks and Patriots facing each other in the Super Bowl 60. The same 2 teams have met in the Patriots' dramatic win in 2015. Frank, what are your first blush thoughts on this matchup?
Well, the number 60 certainly applies because both teams went into the season as 60-1 favorites, or that were their odds, to win a Super Bowl for both of these teams. So it's a great story for both of them. I think when you look at Seattle, you tend to always go with the defense. And their defense has been outstanding. Mike McDonald, you look at him, the 2 years in Seattle, they've ranked first in points allowed. Last year they were 11th. last two teams in Baltimore were both in the top 5 in terms of point size. Defensively, they're
Superior.
They're terrific.
Yeah.
And you still are dealing. I like the Drake May story. It's unbelievable that the Patriots are back in the Super Bowl with a new head coach and a new quarterback, but he's still a little unproven. I like his toughness. I think he has a chance to be great, but it wasn't like he was throwing the ball all over the field during the playoffs. I don't know whether it has something to do with it.
We had two weather games.
But all right, but
so
Mike,
that's why I'm reluctant to get
if Seattle has a
on the
lead,
defense,
especially late, you're going to side with Seattle.
I'm siding with Seattle already. I've been siding with them since October.
Yeah.
Because I just think that Seattle has the goods. And so now, I guess it could go the other way. That's why these games are so great. But Sam Darnold, if you feel that all these questions are behind you, and you can just go in with a clear head,
Yeah.
and you've got these 2 weeks, and let these coaches, let this staff that you praised, so I thought it was very genuine when he talked yesterday post-game about the teammates and the staff of coaches that sort of propped him back up, given his journey, and given the bumps in the road. So if you're Sam Darnold, do you ever go into a game more confident than you go into the Super Bowl, given what you've just come off of to get your team there? I don't think so.
And you have that defense. How about New England? 9-0 on the road. Everyone's, their schedule is that hard. You still had to go to Buffalo to win.
Yeah,
You still had to go to Denver
on
to
the
win
road.
in the
Wins
AFC
are
Championship
big,
game.
no matter what.
And I know quarterbacks were not, it's not baseball pitchers, but Drake May, he's played in 3 playoff wins. That's as many as Lamar Jackson. It's 1 more than Dak Prescott. He's accomplished a lot in just his second year in the NFL.
We're taking a break. When we come back, what's the word for the Steelers' hiring of Mike McCarthy as their next head coach?
And will injuries to Giannis Antetokounmpo, Ja Morant, and Jonathan Kuminga keep them from being traded? Sean Payton just texted he wants to talk to you.
Yeah, let him. Let him. I'd like to.
He should have kicked.
He's not calling too many people. Okay?
Because he knows he's wrong.
He's wrong. He knows it. He's a great coach.
Yep.
He's a great coach. Sean Payton is.